Without a doubt, the holidays that we're coming up to, December and January holidays, have the most fatal drownings in the country, and that applies to the sea, rivers, dams and swimming pools. In South Africa, most of the adults' fatal drownings happen in the sea, and particularly in rip currents. About 40% of the rescues that Sea Rescue respond to are for people caught in rip currents. What happens with a rip current is it pulls you away from the beach. It will peter out and lose strength, but at 150 or 250 meters out, it can be very scary if you pulled out to sea. What you have to do in a rip current is exactly the same as a river. If you fall into a river, you swim to the sides, to the banks to get out of it. And with a rip current, it's the same. So you swim parallel to the shore, you'll swim out of the river or the rip current, and then you use the waves to come back in safely. The first message that we put out to people is if you're going to the coast and you're going to visit a beach, choose a beach where there are lifeguards on duty and swim between their flags. So if you go to a beach and you get into difficulty, and this is assuming that you've chosen a beach where there are lifeguards and they're on duty, they will be watching you. It's very easy to simply raise a hand and wave at them. And they will then assess the danger that you're in or the difficulty that you're in and respond appropriately. Either they'll come out to you very quickly with a torpedo buoy or Malibu board or a rescue craft that they have, or they will advise you on how to swim and how to get out of your difficulty. The big danger is that if you are on a beach without lifeguards and you need help, especially if you get caught in a rip current or so on, the safest thing to do then is to give yourself a good talking to and make sure that you don't panic. Panic is the biggest killer. You need to stay calm, you need to flip onto your back and float, and again, if you wave for help, you never swim alone, so hopefully there's somebody on the beach that's watching you, and they'll see that you're waving for help and you need assistance, and they can then phone emergency services. 112 from your cell phone around the country is a great number to use. Never swim alone, and always be within an arm's length of your child and watch them all the time. You can't turn your back on a child when they're in the water. I think that's rule number one. Rule number two, choose a beach where there's lifeguards on duty, swim between their flags. Rule number three, never drink and go for a swim.